this representation was the one who complained to Secretary Bersamin to remove the 255 billion of people's money from the DPWH budget. It is not a unilateral move from the Department of the Public Works and Highways na sila ang nagtanggal. Ako po, personally, ang nag-complain doon kay Secretary Bersamin nung nandoon siya sa amin sa House. Habang nalulunod ang buong bansa sa flood control, kung maaari, tanggalin mo muna itong 255 billion na ito. Kasi kung hindi namin tatalakayin yung budget ng executive, ibalik mo na namin sa inyo. Kinahaponan, na-inform kami na in-instructionan siya ni Pangulo, tanggalin niyang 255 billion na yan. Dito po nanggaling sa akin ang pagtanggal ng flood control. Kasi ang flood control, alam ko po, talagang overpriced. Okay?
Sanwen, lilinawin ko po, matibay po at malinaw din yung panindigan ng Kongreso. Kaisa niyo po kami. Tatanggalin po natin tong parte ng budget, ng pera na nakaukol sa mga projects na considered na overpriced. Ang sinasabi lang po natin, pakinggan po natin si Sec. Vince para po maipaliwanag niya na kung ngayon pa lang kakaltasin na maraming mga projects na hindi mai-implement dahil nasobrahan po sa kaltas. Yung iba naman po nakulangan sa kaltas. So, yun lang po siguro yung pinag-uusapan natin. Kaisa niyo po kami, gusto nating tanggalin yung parte na overpriced. Pero siguro po, mas malinaw, kung okay lang po, Senwin, let's turn it over to Sec. Vince. If I may make a motion to please invite Secretary Vince Dizon to be a resource person to the bicameral conference.
Before we call the resource persons, allow our members to say their piece and also to echo their sentiments para ho, at least malaman ho natin lahat kung ano yung sa loobin po ng isa't isa.
Senwin, if I may, kasi po, perhaps the best approach would be to let Sec. Vince present, and then if all the conferees have questions, because he will be the best person to answer the questions.
Actually, with all due respect, dahil pinag-aralan din ho namin to. No?
Pinag-aralan din po natin to. Alam natin yan lahat.
Siguro bago ho natin patawag siya, ay bigyan ho natin pagkakataon po ang isa't isa na magbigay ho ng kanilang pahayag. So we recognize Senator Erwin Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Gusto ko lang po maliwanagan na bakit po natin ipapatawag ang Secretary po ng Department of Public Works and Highways. And when in fact this is a bicameral conference committee, conference po between the lower house and the upper chamber. Di po ba ng Congress and the Senate? Wala naman po nakalagay dito na kasama po executive. Ang tanong ko po kasi, we have given them ample time, Madam Chair, to the opportunity to explain during the committee hearings. Committee hearing po sa Congress, committee hearing po namin dito sa Senate, ganun din po sa plenary debate sa Congress, plenary debate dito sa Senate. Ang worry ko lamang, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, is that we might be creating a precedent na baka hindi na po tayo matapos na tuwing pag meron po tayong pagdidiskusyonan na budget ng isang department o ng ahensya, kailangan po natin ipatawag lagi ang secretary para magpaliwanag sa bicameral conference committee, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Senwin, I'll defer to Representative Rufus
Mr.
Rodriguez
Chairman,
to respond.
This is a plenary conference committee. And any committee in Congress, whether it is in the House or in the Senate, has the power to be able to have resource persons to explain things that may not be very clear to everyone. And so we have the power to invite, and precisely there is now an issue on the price index. And therefore, we are saying that let us listen. We will not agree, we may agree, but the point is that transparency requires that we hear the executive. After all, it's the executive that will implement what we will pass. And if the executive says that these are the things that they have to consider, and since they are the ones implementing, Congress does not implement projects. So that is why we are requesting just to hear. We are not going to say that we're going to agree to the letter or the recommendation, but let us hear the real resource person, the agency lodge with the public works and highways of this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Before I address that issue, allow me to recognize. No.
It's important that we put things in the proper perspective. Hindi po Senado ang nagtakda ng presyo. Lahat po ng nakalap naming impormasyon ay ayon sa Department of Public Works and Highways. That's very clear. We did not measure roads. We did not weigh sand and gravel. Hiniling po namin, ayon sa aming mga hearing at plenary session, ang impormasyon sa Department of Public Works and Highways. Example, tayo po ay nagsisiyasat ng CMPD. Siguro, kalahati sa kwartong to, o baka iiba, hindi alam yung CMPD. That's the cost materials price data. Para malaman natin, magkano ba ang asfalto, ang hot mix per metric ton? Sa previous cost, yung nakaraang cost, dahil sinabi sa mga Blue Ribbon hearing, sinabi sa maraming mga hearing, galing na rin sa executive, hindi sa Senado. 13,863.85. Ito po ay galing sa DPWH. Tapos, nagsumite ang executive, ang DPWH sa chair. Pati kay Senator Lacson, na Blue Ribbon Chair, updated cost 6,961.32. I-add po nyo yan, ay kalahati. Isa lang po yung asphalt mix, steel sheet pile, U-type per kilogram, 62.07 cost dati. Pag sinabing cost dati, yun daw ang ginagamit ng DPWH dati. Pero yung updated cost, ayon din sa DPWH ngayon, 39.89. Di halos kalahati, 2/3. Marami pa po, hindi naman tayo magko-construct ng bagong PICC. I just put that on record so that it's in historical knowledge and in history, hindi po Senado ang nagtalaga ng presyo ng sand and gravel at ng semento. Ito po ay galing sa DPWH. So, in all fairness to the chair and to the leadership of the Senate whom we met today, Senate President Soto advised us to speak for and in behalf of the Senate leadership that we, based on our knowledge, and that is our job as national officials to get information from the executive. Hindi naman po kami nagising at sabi namin gusto namin, ibaba ang presyo. Siyempre gusto natin. But this is data-driven. It's based on science. And it came from the agency of government. And so they submitted that to us, and therefore, they computed. We are willing to listen, of course. We are reasonable people. That's why we serve the people. But let it be very clear. The senators did not invent the numbers. These are from the Department of Public Works and Highways, the previous administration, and the new incumbent administration. In fact, it was live streamed. You can go back in your records. No less than Secretary Vince Dizon said to the chair, ibaba nga nyo, tanggalin yung mga proyektong to mula sa 800 plus na flood control, naging 625, pwede pa nyong ibaba. Sige, kasi hindi pa namin kayang masukat lahat dahil bago lang ako ilang buwan. So ibaba nyo. And that is the basis. We did not, and the chair did not, put down the cost unilaterally, arbitrarily. It is data-driven. All the facts, many more, came from the Department of Public Works and Highways. Having said that, I am certain that our colleagues in the House of Representatives want a budget reflective of what is due to the people. If it's a farm-to-market road, we don't want it overpriced. If indeed it's 10 million per kilometer, it should be such. If it's 15 million, kung tumaas na ang presyo. Kung magkano ang graba, ayaw natin ng doble ang presyo. Kasi ang ginagastos natin, pero ng taong bayan. Diba? Pag nagtatayo tayo ng bahay kubo, alam natin magkano ba ang kogon, magkano ba ang kawayan, magkano ang konti ng semento. So, I am just clarifying all that, lest it be misconstrued that the Senate invented the numbers just to bring down the cost. Yes, we all want a lower cost, but these were inputs submitted to the Senate by the Department of Public Works and Highways. And I speak like this in behalf of the Senate leadership because we had a caucus 2 hours earlier. I appreciate the patience of our colleagues in the House of Representatives. Thank you.
We recognize Senator Amy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and Madam Chair. Following on to Senator Legarda's statement, let us first clarify that there has been ample time. August 31 was the appointment date of Secretary Dizon. That was quite a few months ago, during which period, nakailang beses siyang humarap sa Senado, paulit-ulit po ang tanong namin kung talagang sapat itong budget na nilaan. I quote verbatim, September 18, the Department of Public Works and Highways slashes 255 billion worth of locally funded flood control projects from the 2026 budget. And may I quote verbatim, we are revising the agency's budget. Nanggaling sa kanila po. We have removed complicated projects, overlapping projects that are still receiving funding or that have been allocated funding for 2026. Verbatim po, siya nagsabi niyan. Hindi kami nag-imbento niyan. Ngayon, sabi niya, na re-review na raw nila yung initial proposal, nagtanggal sila ng 55.53 billion worth of duplicate or complicated projects or completed overlapping projects. Ang ibig ba sabihin, i-restore yung mga duplicated, completed, and overlapping projects? Doon ako nagtataka. At ano ang garantiya natin na sa loob ng 2 buwan na naman, after 2 months, he may change his mind again, as he has, apparently, yesterday. So from September 18, kahapon, December, nako, baka naman sa Pebrero, iba na naman ang usapin. Ayoko naman ng ganito. Ano kaya talaga ang direksyon natin? Hindi po ito nanggaling sa amin. Narinig naman ninyo verbatim ang quote na yan. Yan ang press release ni Secretary Dizon.
Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
Representative Pepito Alvarez and then Representative Libanon.
Tama po si Senador Loren, tama rin si Senador Marcos. Ngunit bigyan ko lang ng example na hindi mo ma-apply ito sa lahat ng project, sweeping po. Na, halimbawa, MBUC, yung pag-asphalt overlay, Mr. Chair. Sa Southern Palawan, ang presyo ng aggregates at saka graba, saka yung buhangin, 1,000 because we have 26 rivers. Napakaraming buhangin doon. Ngunit sa norte, wala ho masyadong ilog. Nag-i-import sila from Mindoro. Lalagay ko lang sa tamang perspective din. So, kung ang MBUC application, yung asphalt overlay for the whole of Palawan, tanggalan mo ng 50%, yung norte, hindi mo mapagawa. Sa SOR, pwede. Kasi yun na yung ultimate measure ng DPWH eh. At saka I'll put it on record, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, this representation was the one who complained to Secretary Bersamin to remove the 255 billion of people's money from the DPWH budget. It is not a unilateral move from the Department of the Public Works and Highways na sila ang nagtanggal. Ako po, personally, ang nag-complain doon kay Secretary Bersamin nung nandoon siya sa amin sa House. Habang nalulunod ang buong bansa sa flood control, kung maaari, tanggalin mo muna itong 255 billion na ito. Kasi kung hindi namin tatalakayin yung budget ng executive, ibalik mo na namin sa inyo. Kinahaponan, na-inform kami, na in-instructionan siya ni Pangulo, tanggalin niyang 255 billion na yan. Dito po nanggaling sa akin ang pagtanggal ng flood control. Kasi ang flood control, alam ko po, talagang overpriced. Okay? So ang flood control, pwede mong apply yung overpriced provision. But kung gagawa ka ng MBUC, Walang graba sa Northern Palawan. 600 kilometers po ang distansya ng buong Palawan. When you construct in the southern portion, napakaraming buhangin. Sa norte, halos walang graba doon kasi maliliit ang ilog. Puting buhangin lang ang norte. Yun po ang difference. Ang gusto ko lang, mapakinggan natin si Secretary Vince na huwag sweeping. Kapag 50% ang MBUC, hindi pare-pareho ang Palawan. Isang probinsya lang yun. Sa Cebu, might be the same. Kasi nag-i-import din sila. Wala sa masyadong graba sa Cebu eh. Nag-i-import din sila. Sa Bohol, wala rin masyadong graba. But in Northern Mindanao, marami po kaming graba doon. Sa ibang lugar, hindi ko alam. Kaya nakikiusap kami na pakinggan yung para madinig ng buong bayan. Si Secretary Vince, kasi meron na siyang ginawang ratio eh. Ito na. Pakinggan muna natin. Kasi kami, sa Kongreso, ayaw din namin ng overpriced project. Hindi pwede yun. Hindi lang Senado ang may gusto. Kami, number one. Ako mismo, nagpatanggal ng 255 billion. And that is on record in the House. Thank you. Can I reiterate the motion to invite Secretary Vince para madinig ng buong bansa na hindi pare-pareho. Pag 50%, dapat per project ang implementation. Yun lang ang pakiusap. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Alvarez, and to Chairperson Mika. Dahil nga dito sa statement na ito, at meron ho nga nakasulat ho dito, to avoid inaccurate costing and potential project unimplementability, at ito ay isang apela sa Senado, gusto rin ho namin marinig yung kanyang pag-aanalisa dito po sa isyong ito, itong CMPD/adjustment factors. Pero, for the record again, nung nagkaroon ho kami ng 2 hearing sa Senado, klarong-klaro na sinabi niya na maraming overpriced na items sa loob ng budget. At tingin ko, hindi ho tayo magdedebate na ayaw natin yung overpriced items sa budget. Pare-pareho tayo lahat. Hindi ho tayo magdedebate doon. Ang gusto ho natin, isang budget na malinis, isang budget na ang kanilang presyo ay totoong presyo at reasonableng presyo. Yun naman ang gusto natin yung lahat. Dahil kung tayo ay mag-approve ng proyekto o ng budget ngayon na overpriced, babalik tayo sa dating problema. Yun doon naman ho kami nanggagaling. At again, sabi nga ni Senator Loren, itong application ng CMPD adjustment factor nanggaling ho to sa DPWH. Hindi ho kaya ng Senado, wala ho kaming mga engineers, wala ho kaming mga taong kayang mag-apply ng ganun. Ito galing ho sa DPWH. Kaya doon ho namin kinuha at for the record, sinupply rin ho sa amin yung mga adjustment factors na yun formally at doon ho namin in-apply. Dahil sa Senado, ang aming direksyon ay ma-apply yung tamang presyo sa mga proyekto. So,
Madam
sige po.
Chair?
Yeah.
Yes, very quickly,
Madam Chair.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, very quickly. Hindi lamang kasi yung overpriced sa flood control ang ating concern. In fact, yung hearings dun sa classroom acceleration measure, pati yung DPWH classrooms, overpriced, lumalabas. Kaya kung sinabi nilang overpriced, yung secretary mismo, tapos ngayon ay sinasabing aprubahan natin, ibalik natin yung pricing, ayaw nating pikit matang mag-aaproba at tatanggapin yung kanyang paliwanag na biglang parang 180-degree turn siya, no? Nagbaliktad. Yung dating overpriced, gusto niyang i-restore. Yun ang concern namin. Yung dating sinabi niyang overpriced, ngayon gusto niyang ibalik. Tama ba yun? Kaya dapat lang magpaliwanag siya.
Madam Chair, maraming salamat po sa comment ng mga senators.
Minority Leader Libanan.
Thank you po, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat po. Ang isang kailangan nating i-consider din po dito, na hindi lang tayo nag-a-appropriate ng pondo. Ang importante, nag-a-appropriate tayo ng pondo na mai-implement. Kasi kung hindi po ito ma-implement ng tama, walang saysay maglagay ng pondo dito. At sinusuportahan ko po yung pag-imbita sa ating sekretary. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chair, I support the request for Secretary Dizon to explain to both houses and to everyone so that we can be clarified. Anyway, from the beginning, sila naman sa DPWH ang nagbigay sa atin ng impormasyon, so we see how it will be revised, amended, taken back, or just explained para maliwanag. So I join the House in asking him to explain to all of us, if that's fine with the body.
Before we invite Secretary Vince, the last words from
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Senator Erwin.
For the record lang, Mr. Chair, just point of clarification, siguro the House should start reviewing yung Section 62 of the Rules of the House na nagsasabi po na in cases where the House does not agree with the Senate on any amendments to any House bill and these measures have conflicting provisions, differences may be settled by conference committees only composed of representatives from both chambers. Yun lang naman sa akin, Mr. President, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Senator Erwin, ito naman ay meron pong concurrence ng both the Senate and the House of Representatives. So talagang hong bihirang-bihira ang nag-i-invite ng resource persons. No? Dahil ito ay pag-uusap o pagpupulong po ng dalawang kapulungan. Pero kung meron pong mga ganitong talagang kakaibang sitwasyon at kailangan ho natin maintindihan ng mas malalim pa ho yung mga issues, with the concurrence of both chambers, pwede naman ho tayo mag-invite. No?
So-
Pero tama ho kayo na ito dapat bihirang-bihira, hindi ho pwede maging regular.
I guess, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, we have to review our rules. Or in the future, Mr. Chair, this will happen again. Then alam ho natin ang gagawin. There will be no more discussions.
Yeah.
In the future, ika nga bicameral conference between the two houses. Kasi there's already establishing rule na pag may conflicting, hindi talaga magkasundo, pwede na tayong patawag, magpaliwanag yung sa executive department, Mr. Chair. Yun lang naman ang punto ko, Mr. Chair. But I do agree. Sige, let's bring him in. Pero in the future, Mr. Chair.
Tama ho kayo. Talagang hindi ho pwede maging regular to na kung hindi ho tayo nag-agree, merong third party na papasok. Hindi ho talagang... But in this case, dahil technical to, about engineering, about pricing, something na hindi ho natin expertise, no? Lahat ho dito. Kaya in this very special circumstance, and with the agreement of both chambers, we will invite Secretary Dizon to explain this issue. No? So
Mr.
with
Chair.
that... Yes? Do you want to say the last words, Senator Amy?
No, nagre-react lang po ako. Vince Dizon is no engineer. He's an economist and a political aide.
That's true, but he's the Secretary of the Department of Public Works, and he was the one who made that statement during the public hearings in the Senate, and he also is the one who supplied the adjustment factors in CMPD to the Senate. So with that, with the concurrence of the House, we can invite Secretary Dizon as a resource person of this.
With the concurrence of both houses, there being a motion from the House and also motion by Senator Lauren, we then approve the, any second? From the Senate po.
Second.
The motion is hereby approved. We invite Senator Vince Dizon to please step into the room. Secretariat, please call, what did I say? Senator, my apologies. Secretariat, please call Secretary Vince